Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Digit Talks where we pick up the most hot and happening topics of the week and discuss them. And this week nothing hot's happened. Nothing hot has happened. It's been one of the dullest weeks. Microsoft Office came out, which we're all very happy for that. It's taking right. So today's topic of discussion is something that most of us who have been writing for tech for a really long time don't like. It's about rumors and leaks. We've had the most exciting debate before we came in to talk to you guys about rumors and leaks. And here's the thing. Products leak every day. Every day you have Mizu, HTC, Samsung, Sony, you name it, and we've seen that product leak for about 2 months before it's actually unveiled.
It's a very leaky world.
It's a very leaky world. And the only thing that comes to mind is the fact that Steve Jobs actually went at Gizmodo's throats for leaking the iPhone 4. Because when he would unveil a product on stage, it was revolutionary for the fact that no one knew anything about it. So, has the fact that we see so many leaks caused us to be, desensitized to the awesomeness of products today?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The leaks that are, because I hear about leaks all the time now, is this actually something that the companies are orchestrating before?
Course.
Okay.
It all starts and ends with the leak of the iPhone 4. When the iPhone 4 was leaked by Gizmodo, it was the biggest leak in the history of technology, and they were blacklisted by Apple, and Steve Jobs wanted to murder the guy who leaked the iPhone, is because up till then, when something new was showcased on stage, not only the iPhone but any product as a matter of speaking, we were excited to write about it, see it, cover it, exploit its potential, figure stuff out, but it's like you watch so much blood and gore that you're desensitized to someone. You see an accident on the road and you're like, I've seen enough of that in video games, so I'm desensitized to it. We're at that point. So I actually want to hear from the two of you, because I've been doing this for about 5 years and I'm sick and tired of leaks. I'll come to my points later. But Prasid, so you've been covering leaks for so long.
Yeah, I mean, they do play a role in desensitizing it, but I think it's also because of saturation in the market that we have lost that excitement per se. Yeah, what leaks do end up doing is a month before a phone comes out, we're already more or less sure of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And so you've already either written off a phone before it's launched, or you've put it up at a particular pedestal before it's launched. That's the only thing it does. I think it's like he said, it's a companies are leaking, of course, but there's also a real big lack of news in tech.
Yeah.
What the hell do you report? And
yeah, actually, it's become such a phone-centric market, and it's nice to see that some of our readers do like the other things. For example, a few days ago, or depends on when you're watching this, Prasid had an opportunity to interview the co-founder of OnePlus, and that article for us got a lot of traction, and we did talk about phones and his future and stuff, but that wasn't a leak, and we were really happy promoting that article.
That's like rare.
Yeah, and similarly when Shavik had the opportunity to go to Hong Kong for a Qualcomm event, he actually had the opportunity to see and came and spoke to us about the future of 4G in India, which was great, but unfortunately we have about 30 of these events in a year. What do we do for the rest of the time? We just talk about leaks of what's going to happen. So my only point of bringing this topic up today is this a vicious cycle that we've gotten into, that the consumer is going to upgrade his phone every 6 months, which is why he's interested in leaks, which is why he reads about it, which is why we write about it, so we get the views? Or is it that we've reported about so many leaks that we create the hype and buzz in a consumer's mind, because of which he starts generating an opinion and then goes out and buys it?
No, I don't think it's the second one. I think it's the first one, in the sense that there are just so many phones. Companies want there to be so many phones that it's in a way very confusing for the consumer.
Yeah, like there are about 17 Zen phones, Zen Phone 2s.
Yeah.
And apparently there are going to be 7 more.
So that's 24 Zen Phone 2s.
So it's really confusing.
Okay, Asus, you think
Why are they doing this?
Zen Phone 3 next
I think
time.
that's the total number of phones that all the Chinese manufacturers produce. Wait, let me count. Lenovo, Xiaomi, Mizu, Huawei. So Huawei has 4 phones in the market right now. Lenovo has 3. Xiaomi has 4. So that's how many? 14. So
Also, Apple has made 11 iPhones till now.
But they're still at the 6.
Asus has made.
yeah, well,
Yeah, they had 6.
This is stuck at 6.
yeah.
No, but for someone like you who is, you do tech content for us, but you're not the phones, tablets reviewer guy like us. You come up with the other side of tech, which is, let's say, crazy stuff, news, history, stuff like that. And we've noticed that people, even despite being a part of it, reading about it, aren't really that into it. So, and you've come into this business recently. So, what do you think? What is your opinion on this situation?
Well, I mean, there's still more for me to learn, but I'm just curious as to this becoming a strategy among companies that let's leak information to get people excited. But what I've seen from your reactions and even from people, people will get excited about saying like, oh, I know what the leak is. Let me now go brag to my friends about it. We get a lot of shares on those stories, right?
Absolutely.
Like a lot of people share that story. It says a leak. And we'll get a lot of angry insults too if we're like a day after another guy. Like, oh, you know, someone else reported this already. Why can't you tell us early? It's a leak, man. But my curiosity is like, where does the company benefit? Do they really seeing a benefit from like, oh, let's tell people this is going to be a larger display?
A year or two, there was a report that was filed. I forget where and I forget the amount, but it was if Apple had to promote, I think it was the iPhone 5 or the 5S, the features of that phone or the amount of money that they would have to spend on marketing that phone was compared to the amount that they would have to pay with the leaks. So if let's say 500 websites reported about the new iPhone's leaks, just convert those articles into marketing articles that Apple would have had to pay for, and they came up with an insane figure. So just by generating these so-called leaks, they are generating that kind of hype, buzz and advertising just by giving out.
That too on a continuous period of time.
Yeah, that too over a continuous period of time. So now in September we saw the launch of the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus, but we also saw rumors of the iPhone 7.
That's another example. Like by the time we saw the keynote at Apple, everyone knew what the main things were going to be.
Yeah,
but
we knew everything.
and the funny thing was, everyone was kind of less excited when they watched it. Everyone was kind of like, okay, I expected it. What I noticed was that it took about a week for people to actually get excited after it came out. Like, ooh,
because the
3D
new
pressure touch is
information
good.
came in, you know, the new information came in a week later.
Right, which
when
was
people
actually
saw
people
it and they
using
talked
it.
about yeah.
Which was someone got really
Exactly.
excited about how 3D pressure touch works and says, look, this is something interesting. Because it had leaked, you have all this information that you can do nothing with. You can't interact with it. You can't actually see it. You're already aware of it. So that kills the excitement. So it seems like if it's a strategy, it seems like a very dumb strategy.
Because I mean, from I don't know, it's about the point of view that you're looking at it from. Sometimes there are really stupid leaks, like the S7 is leaking now, you know, and what the leak says that there'll be 2 different versions. I mean, come on, everybody knows that, right? Samsung is going to go edge and otherwise. That's not a leak.
That's just stating a fact.
That's stating a fact.
But you know, it's only the sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So like that's what I was seeing like a few days back. Like one of the reasons why I got really frustrated with all these leak stories. In fact, today morning,
and the
just
reason
before we came,
and the reason Shavik has the right to get frustrated the most is he is our in-house copy editor. So everything we write, he reads it before putting it up.
So like when I was going on reading the stories, after a point of time, I realized that every leak has probably the same thing. X amount of RAM, Y processor, Z internal storage, and these variables are not even varying, they're the same.
Every phone also has the same.
Yeah, they just have a different name.
I mean,
with
that's why
different
the
brand.
leaks are also the same.
It's gone homogeneous.
It's like
So even when you leak, even when we're leaking information, it's like we're saying the same thing. And we're leaking in such stages, like first we say this phone is gonna come with a 16 megapixel camera. Then we say it's gonna come with a 16 megapixel camera with a 2 aperture lens. I mean, okay, great. Why can't you say it
at the press event and just show something off? No, but if you look at it, it's only the smartphone market that's seeing these kind of leaks. When you come to others, maybe tablets, yes, come second, but when it comes to laptops or any other accessory, there isn't that much of a buzz. Even when I went for an HP event once and the Omen gaming laptop was set to release, when I spoke to someone at HP and they told me, oh, we're working on a gaming laptop, and then the marketing guy comes and says, no, it's all hush hush, we're not talking about it, please don't talk about it. And then finally a few weeks later they had the event and they launched it, but there were no leaks around that, around stuff like laptops, unless of course it's the new MacBook, the small one that's come with the USB Type-C, unless, you know, unless it's one of these exclusive new big deals. We've seen the Chromebook Pixel, we've seen a lot of great laptops from HP, even Asus, even Lenovo. But none of these, we've never reported on any so-called leaks. So I think that it's a demand and supply situation. It's a very bad world that we live in, that we need our so-called readers to come to us and we have to give them what they want. But just to end the conversation, I would just like to ask you guys is, what is your final verdict on leaks, and would you guys still like to report on it? Would you like to change the stories that you do into the leaks? And if yes or no, and after that, what is the one kind of story that you wouldn't mind reporting on a regular basis that would make you happy? So if I said, if I could replace you reporting instead of phone leaks X topic, what would that be? So we could tell our readers what we'd really like to talk about.
I would like to talk about new technology, you know, all kinds of, not just new, I mean, even existing technology. There are a lot of things that people don't know. There are a lot of things, simple things like, you know, a phone's UI, what does it do? And there's a lot there is to report on tech.
Yeah, to highlight something like that, Prasid recently wrote a story about Kickstarter projects that we're very excited about. And
that's exciting.
So you can go on digit.in and find that article. Just search with Kickstarter, and you're going to find that article. It's brilliant. You should read the kind of technology. Okay, so first start with your opinion on leaks in about 1 or 2 sentences, and what was the other topic you'd like to cover?
Leaks are bad.
Okay, that end. What would you like to cover if it wasn't?
Like I said, I would like to talk about new technology, existing technology, what is the potential, what is happening, how it can help. The OnePlus interview that I did. These things are what, you know, they're educational, they are informative, and they help you.
Absolutely.
They help you.
Prasid also did a very interesting story on the homogenization of hardware and how software matters a lot more. You guys should read that if you guys are really into buying phones, and if you are into leaks, I think that's a very interesting story for you guys to read. So yes, Prasid, I agree with you. You have a good grasp on features, so that's good. What about you, Shavik? Shavik's our resident camera specialist as well, just so you guys know.
Yeah, so leaks, definitely, you guys. Yeah, I have that. This is my camera. It's small, but it's
a pen drive.
Yeah. Anyway, so leaks, I mean, once in a while, if there's an important leak, it still gets interesting when you get to hear of a new feature in a phone that still makes sense. But on a regular basis, knowing what processor is a future phone gonna have, it's just pointless to me.
And what would you like to cover if
leaking a curved display is good, but leaking a
leaking a curved display for the first time was unique.
Exactly.
Knowing the fact that it's going to come every year is silly. We know it's going to come every year. But yeah, if not for leaks, what would be the category of stories that you would really like to work on?
So we've been recently working on
he really wants to write on South Indian movies. That's why he keeps wearing
that's a different story altogether. That's like on another parallel.
Yeah, Prasid has written about robotics. He's written about Moore's law. He's written
Prasid.
Prasid. I'm so sorry. My bad.
There are 2 Prasids sitting.
Shavik has written about robotics. He's written about Moore's law. He's written about how iOS 9 and the new iPhones have actually picked up features from existing phones. So that's another phone related story, but it's a different twist to it.
Yeah, actually out of all of us, we can all talk about iOS 9, but he's the only guy who's actually had a long-term he's been on since the beta, he's still on the beta.
So that's the thing, for news stories, we've been recently working on the future of automation, how it's evolving, where it's being headed, which was started from this experiment where automating robots were created. So these things are really interesting, where you get to know where your gadgets and your technological future might head for. So these are the stories that I would like to cover.
Absolutely. And for those of you that are just tuning in or watching this video for the first time, you can go back on our channel and check out everything that Varun does. He does something called Yesterday's History in Tech, which is great. He takes a particular date and figures out what were the significant events and technologies that happened on that day.
And that's really interesting.
That's very interesting. There's some facts that even we didn't know of, and that's great. And he's also explained how autofocus, laser autofocus works in these smartphones that we've leaked and talked about so much. So he's been giving a great different angle to the kind of coverage that we do for tech. So apart from leaks, which you've probably never done for us because we've never made any leaks about videos, what would be the kind of topics that you'd like to talk about, or you'd like to see covered at some point?
When he's bored, he goes and trolls Apple or asks people why Katappa killed Bahubali.
That's the biggest leak that has to come out. If someone finds out why that happened, that'd be the biggest scoop of all. But as far as leaks are concerned, like for me, it's different from you guys, like, obviously, because there's a filtration process involved. Like the conversation is, Prasid will say, well, Apple has 3D pressure touch. That's a leak. For me, that's a process of like, what the F is he talking about? What is 3D pressure touch? Who is Apple? Acha, let me research this. Then I go and figure that out, and I still remain unexcited. And then by the time I've learned what it is, the product is in the market. People are using it. So for me, there's a whole process of actually just learning what the hell the stuff is that's being leaked. So the excitement catches up to me very later. The only thing I notice is with the readers, like I really enjoy seeing how much they freak out about a leak when it's something I think is as ridiculous as like, ooh, it's 0.2 inches larger a display. It's like, wow, really? Your life's gonna be so different now. Everything's gonna change.
Exactly.
So coming from a media background, obviously sensationalism seems interesting, but with tech, I think until the moment you can adopt it, until you can put it
One of
into...
the interesting is that sensationalization gets boring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how excited are you going to be? Until the point, see, I like the thing about early adopters. I find it very interesting when a user grabs it and starts telling you and discovers things.
Yeah.
Until that point, I think leaks are like, if it was up to me what else to write about, I'd love to go and talk to these guys who enjoy the leaks. I would love it because I don't write leaks. I'd love to be in a room saying, like, why? Why are you so happy? Like, oh, Mizu's got a new screen and Asus has 12 new laser phones. Where the it is? I don't even know what it is. Like, I want to see him excited so I can kind of like understand. That would be fun for me. Find like the biggest leak whores out there.
So, if you're someone who is absolutely into leaks, you can tweet to Varun.
Please
and
contact
he's
me.
probably going to make a compilation of why you're excited about leaks. Me, I have stopped writing about leaks. True to God, I only contribute when
Did
people
you write about a leak
Yeah,
yesterday?
that's what. I contribute when people either fall sick or don't turn up or go to take photographs. He
Yeah,
went to
I-
take passport size photographs and I had to man the ship. But no.
When he writes about leaks, he ends up writing about everything
Actions,
except the
smartphones.
leak.
Yeah.
It's about
Like
factions,
Mia
smartphones.
Khalifa.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wrote about Mia Khalifa in an article.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
People
moving
don't
on.
read that article also.
I would actually love to write about gaming. My opinion about leaks is the same as you guys. Gaming is the only place where leaks aren't leaks. It's more of information being given out by the company. Since the process is about 5 years to make a game, every 6 months you have new information coming out. Yes, there is the occasional leak of X products, price and this and that, but the leaks are so far and few in the world of gaming that it's exciting to report about that. I'd love to write more about gaming. I'm pretty passionate about it. I had the opportunity to visit Lakshya, which is a gaming studio based out of Gurgaon. If you guys are interested in a career in gaming or want to know the potential of gaming in India, you guys should go and check that out. It's on my YouTube channel as well as on digit.in. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. That was today's discussion. Is to leak or not to leak? That was the question. And you have definitely got the answer. Let us know in the comment section below what you thought of this episode of Digit Talks. We'll catch you next week. Goodbye for now.